What is the purpose of photography? Today in this video, we're going to talk about, the discussion is all about what is the purpose of this thing, this camera. You use this camera to take an image of something. Now, while I'm going to talk about the whole purpose of photography, you'll be hearing some sound like that. We are in my garden, but next to it I have a busy morning. You're going to listen to time the sound of birds, because next to me is a lychee tree. So there's a lot of bird nest, which is kind of nice. And I'm going to actually show you some photos that I've taken in my road trip in Australia. Some of them are taken in countryside of Sydney and the countryside of Victoria, or in Canberra, which is one of my most favorite experiences in my life that I've done with my wife, back then my girlfriend. So, looking at those photos kind of remind me of my life back then. How was it's like without being married? How was it like just going wherever we wanted to, whenever we wanted to? So the photos are very sentimental to me, and it's kind of related to the whole topic that we are about to talk about, the purpose of photography. Now, all of them has one of these. If not, at least you have a smartphone. All you have to do is to look at something and click shutter. That's it. Then you have this image recorded inside your memory card. Unless you're shooting film, it's recorded on film. Now, end of the day, we take images for multiple purpose. For example, if you're going to visit a place that you've never been before, you want to take as many images as possible to, capture it, so that few years later you can look back and actually think about it. Sometime you want to share the image with your friends and families on the spot from there. Sometime you want to print them and then make a photo book out of it. There is another reason why you would like to take images. If it's your profession, for example, if you are a wedding photographer, you're doing it professionally for somebody else. If you are a journalist, you will be taking a photo of an event and talk about it. And that's another reason why historical photographs are the most popular category in the world of photography. Talking about World War II, Vietnam War, talking about recently the disease is going around everywhere that you have to wear a mask, for example, or the problem in Ukraine, etc., etc. So those historical events and the images taken on those events will remain forever in the human history. So that's another reason why you want to take images. You don't have to be a professional to take those kind of images, because if you look at the Twitter, the images coming from all over the world taken by amateurs. In my opinion, if you have a camera and if it's not your profession, when you take an image, is to remember that image, that location as long as you can. That's why you want to have this image, so that it's like a form of time traveling. You want to go back in time and feel it. And for me, that is another reason why the video is getting popular, I believe, because combination of sound and the moving images, you're almost there. Okay, time to see some kangaroos. Hope they don't punch me in the face, but hey guys. That being said, the static image has a different type of feeling, provided, I think, if you're printing it. Now, problem with today's photography, today's way of photography, which is we're taking too many images that stays most likely in our cloud or hard drive. And that's a problem. The reason why, because I don't believe you'll be spending enormous amount of time plugging your hard drive in your portable device and clicking through the folders to go through the image after image. Kind of doesn't happen unless you're looking for something that somebody asked for it. Other than that, doesn't happen. That is the reason why back in the day when the film photography was taken, we actually had no choice but printing those images. That is the only way to view those images. That means that just like book, paper book, those photo albums are literally right next to you. We just have to grab it, open it, and look at it. It was kind of easy. It didn't have any electricity needed. You just can take the book in the garden and then just look at it. In the digital photography, we have a tendency to save them in the hard drive, which is totally practical thing to do. And then it kind of stays there forever. Most likely. And this is where the problem begins, because it kind of stays forever there, and then we don't really enjoy that anymore. So in my opinion, the purpose of photography, first of all, is to remember an event and do a time travel. And in order to do that time travel, I believe you still should print your image. You still should make a photo book. You still should look at it, touch it, feel it as if you were there. Interestingly, which means that you don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money on a very exclusive high-end camera unless you purposefully shooting birds or sports on kids events. Your smartphone is more than adequate to capture memories. And that is the most valuable part, in my opinion, the photography, the value of your image, meaning that memory, that moment, that is the thing that you want to remember for the rest of your life, and you want to share it to the future generation in front of you. That means that I think you should print your image and then leave it as a photo book so that people in the future can grab it, look at it, and then say that, that was a fun time. I wish I could do that. they did some awesome job, and they will appreciate your travel, they'll appreciate your way of photography, they'll appreciate your everything you have done in your life with the medium of photos. So don't leave your photos inside the hard drive. Print them, make them as a photo book. We as a human, everything is an effort. Unfortunately, we are kind of lazy by nature. Unless we are in trouble, we don't tend to be creative, and it's proven with a lot of papers. My point is that if you want to have your future generation appreciate your work, then print them, make them a photo book, because future generation will be kind of throwing away your hard drives if they think that they have to go through thousands of images, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. Unless they really love you, even though they do, they're most likely going to do that on their own time. So help them, think about them, and help them so that one step is reduced. And they just have to just go through the books and appreciate your photography. Most importantly, appreciate your life. That's all for me, and that's what I think the purpose of photography: memories, memories, and memories, and leaving your legacy behind. Your legacy is the most valuable thing after your death. That's all for me. Look after yourself, and bye bye.